with the next fight.
Set up. We're clear on the rules. Remember, no headshots at all, guys. Don't stop until I say stop. Any questions? Any questions? First class, have fun. Let's go. One first. Come on,
Man of my age can't move faster.
Bout number 4 this evening. This is the man with one name, as Dave O'Donnell so aptly named him, Donatas, in the red corner in the red shorts versus Danny Cawley of East Anglia Mixed Martial Arts in the black shorts in the blue corner. Now, early days so far, Tomek, what are your thoughts? Obviously, we haven't seen too much of these guys thus far, but thoughts based on first impressions?
So far is that the man with one name has actually got really good wrestling, and he really easily takes his man down, and he's now looking to pass the guard, and looks like he might even get mount. No, he gets half guard. No. He does get mount.
But it was inevitable, really, wasn't it? Danny Cawley grabbing and holding on for dear life there to try and stop the transition. But it looks like, as he shall now forever be known, the man with one name, transitioning nicely, quickly, a little bit too greasy quick for Danny Cawley here on the floor.
Yeah, he's looking really smooth, and I think it's only a matter of time before he's going to find an opening against his man here. He's now looking to... He's isolating his right arm here, pushing his shin across, crushing the bicep, and Danny's, should be glad that he's not allowed to hit to the head here, because there is some vicious ground and pound coming already.
He certainly would be in trouble, wouldn't he? And that's the thing. Donatas now dropping some big shots to the chest and the sternum there of Danny Cawley. And ladies and gentlemen, that may not be a headshot, but that is exceptionally painful.
It certainly is. I've taken a few of those myself, and Donatas looking really busy. He is just totally dominating him here in the first round.
All over Danny Cawley from East Anglia Mixed Martial Arts. The young man in the black shorts from the blue corner, not entirely certain of where to go here, what to do. Looks a little bit lost at sea with Donatas, the shark, circling around him.
Yeah, he certainly does. I mean, he is in a real lot of trouble here, and I mean, this position is totally exhausting. You cannot do this. You do this for 2 or 3 minutes, and you will want to give up your life.
And it just seems Danny Cawley there, looking like he'd escaped, thought he'd got out of it, thought that he had escaped the clutches of the man with one name, but Donatas right on top of him the whole round. Undebatable, ladies and gentlemen. The first round to the man with one name. Round number 2, and if you look at just the difference between these two fighters, Donatas looks a little bit more composed, and Danny Cawley from the blue corner breathing very heavily as he came out there.
He certainly is, but he's doing the right thing here. He's pressing the action, he's being aggressive as he looks to pin his man against the fence, but Donatas being the wiser to him here, and he manages to reverse the position, and was that a low blow? I think it was.
It might well be. The man with one name now has only one thing on his mind. Let's hope that he still has two of another thing.
Yeah, I think he's allowed 5 minutes rest here, and I think he might take a little bit of time here to recuperate from what was an accidental low blow.
Let's hope that Danny Cawley hasn't resorted to such measures this early on in round number 2. But
he's
see
being
what
a
happens
warrior.
when they come back.
Yeah, he's being a warrior, and he's carrying on. He's ready to fight. He knows he's up ahead on the cards, and he doesn't want Danny to have a rest at all.
And we saw good work from the man with one name, Donatas. I shall try to use his proper name as opposed to his the pseudonym I've created for him. However, we saw good wrestling from him early on in round number 1 and throughout that round as well. But the man doesn't look quite as comfortable standing up.
Well, no, but he's got double unders here, and you're not going to throw at this guy like that. He knows what's going on. He goes for a body shot there, and they separate it once again.
Danny Cawley just moving in there behind a leg kick, not really doing any damage. You've got to feel if you're going to move in behind a leg kick, you have to make it a strong one. You have to make it something that's going to really, really put your opponent's mind on that particular technique.
Yeah, you really have to put everything into it. But both guys obviously quite tired here, and as they start trading body and leg blows, you really have to ask what's going through the mind of Donatas, as he should really be trying to get this fight to the ground, where he was so dominant in the first round.
It really was. It might be that he's trying something a little bit different here in round number 2. Some of these fighters are viewing this experience, I would imagine, as a chance to gain experience in the cage, a chance to gain a little bit more ring craft, if you like. And it might just be that Donatas is trying something a little bit different here in round number 2, see how it works out for him. But
yeah, perhaps he's doing a pretty good job of defending Danny's takedown attacks here, but this will be a difficult round to score now.
I've got to be honest with you, Tomek, I think this is one of the first times I've ever watched an amateur mixed martial arts contest where throughout the whole round it hasn't gone to the ground. Oh, look at that, on the buzzer. Commentator's curse, ladies and gentlemen. Still, I've never seen it. It's never happened. Round number 2 went a little bit better for Danny Cawley. Donatas not quite so dominant on the ground, mainly because the fight stayed standing up for the vast majority of it. Let's see what he does here in round number 2. Didn't look like a low blow to me. Looked like it hit the thigh, but what are your thoughts there, my friend?
Well, it's hard to tell. We'll have to see the video replay, but it's funny that these guys have now gone 1 for 1 on the low blows. You'd have to think if Donatas was seeking a little bit of revenge there. And they're off, on their way again. They touch gloves. Lots of respect between these two men as they trade leg kicks and body blows once again.
Yeah, interesting to see the different styles of these two fighters. Donatas obviously looking to stand off a little bit more, perhaps work on his stand-up, and when it comes to the ground, manoeuvre around. Danny Cawley looking to apply some constant pressure and constant body contact onto the man with one name. And here we go, to the ground. Let's see if the familiar theme recurs as we saw in round number 1.
Well, Donatas found himself on his back here with Danny trying to pass the guard, and he's maintaining wrist control. There is a potential sweep here. I don't know if Donatas knows it, but this is not what I expected at all. You have to ask yourself if Donatas perhaps wore himself out in the first round.
Quite possibly. I mean, it might just be that Danny Cawley in the corner break had a chance to compose himself, came out with a game plan. Often it's that 1 minute break that makes all the difference. If you have the right corner men, if they give you the right advice, it can make all the difference in a fight.
Certainly does, but Donatas looking for an armbar here, and I think he could have it, but no, he doesn't quite. It's really hard to tell. Danny manages to escape. He does, escapes the submission attempt, and he's now dropping bombs and knees onto his opponent here, punishing him for his failed submission attempt.
Danny Cawley, a slippery customer in that particular transition, just squeezing out of the armbar by Donatas. I think Donatas was almost convinced that he had him there, had it just about locked in, but greasy quick, Danny Cawley has slipped out of that and is now just looking to transition into mount from side control.
He certainly is, and you have to ask yourself, how are the judges going to score this? I would help to be a judge scoring this fight. It's going to be a really close decision.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Given after the first round, you definitely would have said that the advantage laid in the red corner with Donatas. However, a great comeback there from Danny Cawley. Let's see how the judges score it.
We have our first judge's decision of the evening. All three judges scored the bout 28 to 29. That's 2 rounds to 1 round. In favour of your winner from the blue corner, Danny Cawley! And a massive round of applause for the man with one name, John Chess. Great fight, Danny. You got some hard shots. You've done everything you can. But I had it to you as well, watching you scoring it. Great fight. Who do you want to say thank you to, young man?
I just want to thank Nick, Lee, all of East End Marketing myself, charity, all the guys that have been working with me for the last few weeks, just working on different things. And yeah, big thanks to everybody without that.
Well, let me tell you, that's a great team to beat because they're always coming really good guys. So, come on, last time.